Hello, welcome to Friendship Part
Hello,
Tuesdays. This is,
part two.
or should you introduce it? Because last time, well, I already introduced it. Welcome to Girl, What You Think? You know what
Can
my
we
mom
start
called
over?
me the other day in
What?
front of everyone? A sour cream whore. Whore.
What?
Sour cream whore.
Sour cream, say the grape.
The grape. No,
Sour cream, the food.
the food. Sour cream. I guess that could sound kind of nasty. That's like a disease. Sour cream. Like, yo, my girl got the sour cream. Whore. But yeah, I was like, what's that about?
Because you
Anyway,
like it a lot, or
yeah,
what?
because I'm like, I put sour cream on like a lot of my food that require
That
sour cream.
warrants it. Like
Yeah,
what? Tacos?
baked potatoes, anything with Mexican food.
Yeah.
My grandpa, who is fully Mexican, put mayonnaise on his rice, which is delicious.
Ew.
No, it's so good. Like
I
on
like mayonnaise, but mayonnaise on rice, that
Spanish
doesn't
rice,
sound good.
try it and get
I
back
don't
to
really
me.
like Spanish rice.
Get back to me on that one, please, because I
Okay.
know what I'm talking about. It's so bomb. I thought it was nasty. My grandma was like, try it. And I was like, okay. So I did. So good. So I just wanted to bring up the fact that I was called the sour cream whore recently. And this is kind of like weeks after it happened because we're filming these in chunks here. Friendship part 2.
Friendships with people that you're attracted to / could be attracted to you
Mm-hmm.
/ even if you're not attracted to them, there's that possibility because you generally are attracted to their gender.
Yeah. So let's say you're friends with someone you're attracted to. And you're just friends. And you develop feelings. What does that mean?
Well, that sucks. That's what it means. Here's what I think. I think it's fully possible to like be attracted to one of your friends, but like not necessarily have feelings for them.
Yeah, like I get attracted to people just walking down the street. Like my dentist tapped my shoulder and I was like,
My dentist is kind of cute.
he's
Actually,
not,
my old
my
dentist.
dentist was
My
not
old
cute,
dentist. Oh, mine was kind of.
but I know what you mean.
No, but I think like sometimes you're friends with people that are cute. That doesn't necessarily mean you like them, but you could just appreciate like, oh, they're a good looking
Have
person.
you ever been friends with someone and then have a rumor start about how you like them, though you may not? I have. I was accused of having a crush on the Italian exchange student at our high school, and I was caught into a dilemma because I was framed. They were like, "You didn't do this because you wanted to go to rehearsal to hang out with the Italian foreign what is it? Foreign exchange student, and like you that's why you didn't want to do the thing you said." But I was like, "No, I had rehearsal." But the tea is I was framed because I was
Mm-hmm.
friends with someone
Who was attractive.
who was on the opposite sex of me. And girls and guys
Mm-hmm.
being friends, it's no good news.
I just think that's such a dumb thing. Like, oh, boys and girls can't be friends, or like, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like, that's like
totally
the
can.
general. I 100% agree because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, especially when I was younger, because I was definitely more of a tomboy. I was like, ew, girls suck. But now I'm like, ew, boys suck. But you know what I mean? But like when
Yeah.
I was younger, I was like, I want to just hang out with the guys. Like, I was like, I want to play flag football with
Handball. I
them and
played
like all
handball
this
with the
stuff.
boys.
Girl, me too, the slices.
But then I got a crush on one of the boys, and he was like, "No, you're one of the boys." And I was like, "Oh."
See, in elementary school, I didn't really like have a lot of crushes on guys that I was friends with, really, or really middle school.
Oh my God. If I was in second grade or someone and a guy was sitting next to me, I'd fall in
And
love.
really,
Any, yeah, any guy who'd sit next to me in all elementary school and middle school, I would develop a crush on
you'd
them.
be like, Oh my god.
Yeah, if I started to become friends with someone who was like available, you know, a
In second
person
grade,
showing
available.
second grade, I had a crush on a guy named Tiger. His name was Tiger in second
What
grade.
was his what was his last name?
I don't know, but I know he was Indian.
Oh.
He was Indian. He sat next to me, and his name was Tiger. And I was like, I would never like him, like,
And
because I
then
didn't have crushes
next
on
week
anybody.
you were like, oh my god, look at Tiger.
And I was like, Tiger, can I borrow a pencil?
I'm trying to think. In elementary school, there were some people that I was like, oh, like I like you or whatever, but they never were like really my friends.
And I
Usually
think
my
when
friends
you're
were more
younger,
like
being friends as like, so we identify as cis females,
correct.
and being friends with cis straight males is like, you know, people say things. People are like, are you guys together? Blah, blah, blah. And I think like the rumors start at an early age in our society to where it like begins.
I think it starts in like 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah, you can't hang out with a guy with people being like, ooh.
I was in my mom's class, her classroom, and there was this kid who sat next to this girl, and I was just in the back. I wasn't even really paying attention to them, but then all of a sudden I heard him go, "Well, I really like you," and she was like, "Ew."
That's so cute.
I know, and he was like,
he's gonna remember that for the rest of his life. You know how we're like,
"Yeah,
go to Carlo.
call me fat."
Called
Yeah, he probably
Carlo
will.
said you like tacos. And the guy's gonna be like, tell his girlfriend when he's in college, like, I don't know, it's just like when I was young, girls would reject me left and right. Like that's part of his trauma
And he
story.
was like, "Okay, this
And
is
you're
gonna sound
laughing
gross,"
at him.
because he was like a cute little kid. Like, obviously, I'm not. He's a 5th grader. It's not like that, but like like little like my brothers.
I don't think you're a
brothers
bad
is in 5th
person.
grade.
It's okay.
Some people can misconstrue. We were talking about age gaps earlier.
Right.
Right, a 23-year-old dating a 5th grader.
No.
No, but he was like a cute little kid, whatever, like blonde hair, blue-eyed little kid, and she was just like, "Ew, no." And I was like, "Good for you, girl.
Yeah, she doesn't need any.
You know what you want."
That's what there are, Triplets. Yeah, what you want.
But yeah, I think it's really dumb when people are like, "Boys and girls."
Well, your mic just kind of frickled.
I don't ever hear it, so.
And going to college, it's like, I'm going to be vulnerable and say that if I'm friends with someone, a cis male who's straight, and I'm friends with them, the thought does cross my mind.
All the time?
Majority of the time. If I'm friends with someone who let's say I'm friends with a straight guy, I'm thinking, is this something?
Are we friends or are we friends?
Do you like me? Could you like me? Could this friendship blossom?
But are you thinking that because you think that right off the bat, or are you thinking that because you're like, you touch me a little bit more than a normal guy does, or are you like you're friends with them and then you're like,
well, if they touch me and I never thought that thought before, I'd be like, but sometimes the feelings hit you in just the same way on your own brain.
What if they hit you? Not hit you, but like, what if they're like, oh, like on your arm or whatever?
It depends what sparks inside of my loins. If I'm like, what the fuck? Or if I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
A lot of friendships are supposedly supposed to blossom into future relationships. You know, you're supposed to start as friends and then that becomes your relationship, which is hot. But it rarely happens. I've never met someone I dated in a conventional way, respectful way. Maybe the very first person I ever talked to, but like...
I've never dated anyone.
Floozy.
Me?
You? No.
Said I'm a floozy? You call me floozy?
I am. I would never call you a floozy.
I'm not.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hyenas in my house. Yeah. So I think it's possible.
I do too, because I've had a lot of friends that I'm like, I've never been like, oh, like, what would happen?
I will have crushes on friends. I've had crushes on friends or people who were unavailable to me. People in relationships or people who didn't find me attractive. I've had crushes on.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Like teachers.
Oh, well, yeah. I had a teacher in my high school that was so cute. And he was mine.
But now as a grown woman, I look back and like being in high school and thinking a teacher is hot. Like if I was older and I thought a student thought I was hot as a teacher, I'd be like, ew. Like that's weird. But I was very much like.
Hey, even that Italian exchange student.
Yeah, but it wasn't even like that. We were truly just friends, and he was it triggered me. No, I didn't like him. That's the worst. I'm trying to convince somebody that you don't like somebody, and they're like, yeah.
They're like, oh, you're just saying that, but it's like, no, I really don't.
And then when you do like them, it's like the most soul-crushing, heart-aching thing unless they don't like you back. And you kind of don't want them to like you back.
You mean unless they do like you back?
Yeah. Well, if they do like you back, a part of me is like...
Great, now we have to be in a relationship.
Like, I only know how to be friends with you. Now we have to like...
But that's the kind of relationship I want, is where it's like, we're just friends. Like, we're best friends.
Your whole life? You're like, I hate him. He's just my friend. Come over.
No. But like, we're just like best friends.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. And even if you're not in the beginning, you inevitably become best friends with your...
Not really. Not necessarily.
I think it's forced to be in their bubble all the time. Maybe not your bestest friend, but I mean, you spend the most time with them. God, I like to be alone too much.
Me too.
This blonde hair, though.
I really do hate, though, when, like, when you're friends with somebody and then you're like, oh my god, maybe I do like them, and then they're like, just kidding, I don't. And
all you want in the world is for them to like you back. And to live
because it's not that hard
fantasy. The movies fuck it up for everybody.
They really do. Because
if you were a real human, you would just accept that relationships will never be as good as the movies, and you have to go, I don't know, they're just awful. Just do it. Yeah. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm projecting something deeper that I don't understand yet. I'm obviously not someone you should be taking advice from.
Have an advice segment.
Huh?
You can take advice from me.
Yeah, take advice from Hannah and just listen to me ramble and interrupt her the whole time.
I feel like when I do get into a relationship, when/if.
When, if you want that.
I guess. I feel like I'll be good because I'm not gonna, like, I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen my other friends get relationships. Technical difficulties.
What did you say?
Oh, when I'm in a relationship, I think I'll be good because I've seen all these other people be in relationships, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And so it's like, I know what I want, but it's not like too much.
What are things that you don't want?
Please don't talk to me every day. Well, you can talk to me every day, but please don't text me every day. Like, don't text me 24/7 because no, I just can't. Okay. Please just don't. Like, if you want to FaceTime, call me, whatever, that's fine.
I love you.
But don't text me. And also, if I want to hang out with my friends, I'm going to hang out with my friends. And if you want to hang out with your friends, you can hang out with your friends. And I'm not going to be
jealous
like,
type.
No, God, I hate that. I hate that.
I like how we're
and I'm not going to be the friend. No, I mean, friend. I'm not going to be the boyfriend or the boyfriend. I'm not going to be the girlfriend that's like, you can't have friends that are girls. Because I'm going to keep my friends that are guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Segueing back into our topic.
Right. Jealous
relationship. I hate people like that. I hate people like that because I really do think that it's possible to be friends with somebody of the opposite, whatever. Like if you're a girl, you can be friends with a guy if you like guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
Your mic did it again, bruh.
Like firecrackered.
It just goes.
Great.
Then it goes back to normal. It just like needs a little moment to burp. Like it did it right now. It does little like.
I can't even hear. It doesn't do it on my end, obviously, but
I wish I could show you, but I can't.
Eventually, I'll hear it in the editing. Anyway, boys and girls can be friends. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn into a relationship. Because that's just not how things work all the time. Like I have such good friends that are guys that I've never been like, oh my god, like
I have been friends with guys to where it has gone too far though.
What do you mean?
Well,
on your end, on their end, or what?
On their end. I've had guys with girlfriends like come on to me thinking we're just friends, like thinking men are fully protected with the significant other, that it's safe to bring them in my area when they're not supposed to be in my area. You know what I mean? Like you can't trust everybody. And then that's something that you need to decide when you pursue a relationship with somebody, the possibility of getting cheated on.
Well, that's why I think if you don't like, you can't control who your significant other is going to be around. Mm-hmm. So if you can't trust them if you can't trust them, then go out with their friends, with whoever, or coworkers, whatever, and be like, everything's going to be fine, then you shouldn't be with that person. And like the person, like the core
about, level of like sneaking around the fact that they were even friends with me, which is weird.
With their significant other?
Yeah, like I couldn't have a trace of being friends with him, and so that's when I like.
Because that person was probably like, you can't have friends that are girls and whatever.
Mm-hmm, that's the type of thing it was. Or whatever. I don't know. It's not my relationship, and I don't want a relationship like that. But how can you...
It's really frustrating.
Yeah, and then it's hard to say that being where we're at, too, because I've never been in a long-term relationship. Like, I've never been stuck in a toxic relationship like that to where I can't trust or someone's doing wrong by me. So it's hard for me to judge and be like, she should know better or he should know better. Like, I don't know. You did what you did.
Well, I don't think we're judging. I think it's just like, we know that like, if that was us, we wouldn't stand for that.
Yeah, if I knew, I would be like, oh. Right. And plus, maybe if she like, I don't know. But being friends with either the opposite sex or being in a relationship with someone and then being friends with someone who could also be attracted to you or is attracted to you or you're attracted to them, there's like, it depends what you believe in too. If you're like into open relationships or if you believe in friendships. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You're in a relationship, Hannah Mitchell. You don't care if your boyfriend has friends who are girls.
Correct.
Because you trust him.
Well, yeah, because I'm not going to be in a relationship with them if I don't trust them. Mm-hmm. I think that's a whole other topic too, but like, that's the main thing for me, at least.
Yeah, because let's say they do cheat. They do the deed.
I hate that.
What? Cheating?
I'll kill you. Yeah. I'll kill you.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone listening.
No, but I'd rather you just... I told this to my mom, too. I was like, I'd rather you literally be like, you're fat, you're ugly, I hate you. At least you're honest.
Than cheat on you?
Yeah, at least
well,
you're
I
honest.
think everybody who gets cheated on wants that scenario, but they don't get it.
I don't think... A lot of people would not. Some people are like... Well, because some people still stay with their people after they've cheated on them. So they would not like them to be honest with them. Because if they were honest... Mostly if they're honest, people are going to be like, this is all your fault.
I think if someone cheated on me, I think I don't know if I would. God, I'm gonna sound such like a weak noodle, because obviously I want to be like, yeah, I'd burn his house down, I'd key his car, and I dug my key into the side of his. That's a good.
We could just sing that song instead. Instead of doing this stuff, we'll just sing this song.
Yeah. Carrie in the leather seat. Do you see the video? That's a good little song. Anyway, I don't know. If I really, really loved him,
but how could you
talk to him about? I think I would talk to him about it. I don't know how really.
To say what? Why did you do that? And then what if he says, I don't know? Great.
And I'll dig my key to the side.
Like, you know, like, to me, that's like, what can you say that warrants that?
I could see how a person's trust is forever broken. What do you mean? Oh, that warrants cheating? Nothing.
Yeah, like, exactly. So it's like I said, like, I'd rather you just.
If it's like, oh, you weren't doing this for me and I didn't communicate it with you at that time.
That's not cheating.
Let's say you do cheat, and then afterwards you go to your wife about it and you're like, hey, I cheated. I'm sorry. I think we need to go to counseling because I didn't know how to explain to you that because you're not like this. I'm sexually frustrated. And then the wife has to like show out more.
Yeah, but why couldn't you have done the counseling first before you cheated?
Because he has communication issues.
Well, that's his fault.
Divorce.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, see you later. You pay for the counseling. I'm not going to show up. You need counseling on your own, and I'll see you later.
That's kind of my perspective too. It's like, hey, I'm so happy you know that you need counseling. I hope the counseling helps for your next relationship. Like, but then, you know
what would be a good idea? Friendship counselors.
It's got to be a real good friend. I got shit to do.
Well, it doesn't have to be like an every week thing.
But then I've never gone to therapy or anything like that, so I think I just don't know what to expect. I've never done it. I've always wanted to, but then again, I'm like, I should.
It's just nice. This is a whole other tangent. We need to get back on our.
I don't really have a lot to say. Can you lead something?
I don't know. Boys and girls can be friends.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks when you like them and they don't like you. It also sucks when they act like they like you, but then they don't.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my analogy. I came up with this, and I think it's really good. It's like all your life, everyone's been telling you that 2 + 2 is 4. Like 2 + 2 is 4, blah, blah, blah. Then you meet this guy. He also tells you 2 + 2 is 4. And you're like, well, I don't know, like, maybe it's not. Like, I just don't, like, like he says it's that, but like, I don't know. And then he's like, no, I'm serious, like 2 + 2 is 4. And then you're like, I said it wrong. I said the wrong numbers, but it's fine.
I was never too good at math.
It can work. And so then he's like, no, seriously, 2 + 2 is 4. Like, it's 4. And you're like, I don't know. Like, in your head by yourself, you're like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's not. And then all of a sudden you tell that person, you're like, you know what? 2 + 2 is 4. And then they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's 5. Like 2 + 2 is 5. That's what it's like. It's like you've been told stuff your whole life about how people are going to treat you if they like you.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe based on your experiences, you're like, well, maybe not. Maybe they're just being friendly. Maybe they're just being whatever. But then when you finally tell them like, oh, I like you, they're like, excuse me? You're so dumb. Like, I don't even like you. Why would you even think I like you?
Telling a guy that
no, because you treated me like your fucking girlfriend. That's why. Because you've been telling me that 2 + 2 is 4.
Brother about this. I talked to my brother. I got a male insight, which is
we love that.
Blondie now. I got a male insight. God, I got it from the source. I told them, I said, well, what do I do? You know, if a guy likes me, you know, can a guy just be friends with the girl and like treat them? What is going on? Lord Jesus. Can a guy like treat. Hi. Can a guy be really nice to a girl, treat a girl out, you know, be respectful in a way that you
Treat
would
a girl out? What did you mean? What?
treat a girl out, treat a girl outdoors, say ball game, walk in the park, out.
Oh, like take her out.
Take her out, treat her out.
Oh, okay.
So you treat her out. You know, because if you're friends with a girl, you don't really like they may not think that you're gonna want to be like that, you know? So
What?
Like
What do
you're
you
not
mean?
he's treating you like he knows from experiences of how he should treat a girl. What he's learned. You know, he thinks that he's not gonna go and like treat her like he's like treated the guys he hangs out with.
Oh, so like he's treating her like a girl, not necessarily like I get what you mean. Like I get what you mean.
Okay. So
Like he's not just treating her like one of the boys.
because he truly thinks that they're friends. I told my brother, I said, "Hey, can you be friends with the girl?" You know, he's like, "Yes," and not have feelings for
He
them.
said,
But
hey,
bro, I got a problem for you. Can a girl be friends with a guy? Because it's like, does he like me? He's talking to me. My dad, my brother was like, yeah, you could totally be friends with a girl and treat them like nice and just, like be funny with them and have no attraction.
I agree, but oh God.
But like the things that may lead to you thinking that they like them is just the way that they treat girls. They're just
I don't
nice
agree.
guys. Well, here we are.
Here's what I hear.
I don't know the answers.
Girl.
I'm blonde. I'm blonde. I don't know how to take care of myself. I don't care.
No, here's what I think. I think you should treat every human being nicely. Unless except if it's our president. Okay, I get what your brother's saying, but there's a difference of like, okay, yeah, that's how I treat girls versus okay, yeah, that's how I treat this girl. If that's how you treat all your girls, all your friends that are girls, okay. But
Well,
if
I don't
I
treat all my
notice,
friends the same.
but okay. But like, okay, obviously there's friends like I'm closer to you, like obviously there's that stuff. But like in general, you know, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
You
a
know what
general
I'm
thing
saying.
that you just don't ever do.
Right. There's things that are like, okay, that's more like girlfriendy, or like that's more like, or not even necessarily girlfriendy, but it's confusing.
Give us an example, a real life example.
Okay. I asked one of my friends who's a male, um, is it weird to pay for somebody when you go out?
You
Like
want me to answer?
pay no.
I've
Well,
had a
yeah, if you want.
girlfriend pay for me when I was broke. I mean, I've had my card declined at a Taco Bell drive-through for $4. So I have
That
had
was
the
me,
experience.
girl.
A friend. No, so what I'm saying is
Okay, but okay,
people
$4 at Taco Bell is different than a nice Italian restaurant.
like a sit-down dinner with
Yes.
no birthday, no nothing attached to it,
No.
straight hanging out. I split the
Yes.
check.
Exactly.
Friends usually split the check, especially college
Right.
kids. College?
Yeah.
No.
If I was like, you know what, I'm balling, and I'm an adult,
Grab
I'd
into
be like,
the
you know what,
McDonald's
I did this one
drive-through.
this time. But here's the deal: if I am feeling generous, and we're like, you know what, let's go to In-N-Out, and I pay for your $8 combo meal.
After payday, you're with a good friend, you love them, pay for their In-N-Out. That's common.
But then, would you not pay for me like another time?
I would, 100%. There's
Okay,
kind of like a debt, like, oh, you paid for me this time, I'm gonna pay for you this time.
right. It's like it's not even like, okay, let me add that to my checkbook. I pay for Angela's in and out on 12/25
Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
It's just like an
And
unspoken rule. There's like a little I mean, I'm not gonna get mad if you don't pay for me ever again. I don't care because I did it because I wanted to. But that's not the
exactly.
point
But
here.
if you're gonna pay for me every single time we go anywhere,
And
why?
you're a male.
Right. And it's not, like I
And
said, it's not just
flirts.
okay.
This is your situation. Fully flirts.
Yes.
How do they expect you not to get feelings? And some people are
Well, how do they, even if it's not even
sadistic.
feelings,
Some
but
people
how do they
just
not
want
expect you
to be
to be
liked.
confused? Like, even if I'm not like, oh my God, like I kind of like them, how would I not be like, why are you paying for me every time? Because I know I have a job.
Mm,
I know I have a job.
yes.
And I'm not asking for you to pay for me. I'm not even like suggesting it. Like, it's just always done.
Yeah. No matter
And
who
like
the
I
friend is.
said,
I'm like, you don't need to pay for me everywhere we go if that's what it is. But if it isn't that, you are obviously showing to me that there's something more here.
mm-hmm.
So,
And it also it's like, okay, if you pay for me every time we went to McDonald's and I just got him small fry,
well, maybe he was feeling you out.
okay.
Maybe he was like, I want to date this girl. Maybe that's what dating is. And you didn't even know you were dating someone. And they decided they didn't want an end result.
Well, that's not fair.
Welcome to the world.
You can't
Maybe
not
that's
tell
what it
me.
is. Sometimes you need to have a conversation. I was just listening to a mukbang. My life. I'm literally gonna die soon. I don't know what I mean. It's like
Just,
funny. I don't know. I don't know why it's funny nowadays for people to be like, I want to end it all when it's not. And I don't know why I said that. But what I mean,
anyway, your mukbang.
my mukbang, they were saying how, some people are dating and talking to each other, flirt with each other, blah, blah, blah. But then there's some people who like never have the talk. And I was like, what's the talk? And to them, the talk was like, oh, you need to address like where the relationship is going, right? And the girl, she knew a situation to where the people would go and hang out, would like mess around sexually, and or they would like go out to eat and they were kind of dating, but it was kind of an unspoken thing that was going on, but it was real. And then he was like, oh, like you should bring your stuff over to my room. Like he had things in her room and blah, blah, blah. And then she slowly just kept moving in. And then they've been together for 4 years and now she fully lives there. But they never talked about what they were. And they still really aren't
That's
anything.
weird.
That's weird. And
That's
that's
weird.
not how it happened. But I think some people don't want to address the label. And that dating is, to some people, unless you don't have that talk, is something that is just like a friendship type thing. And dating is like, okay, I want to get to know you. I'm into you. I'm feeling you. I'm going to pay for your stuff. We're going to go out. I like you. And then after a few dates, you don't know, you probably don't want to make things official. But I think that's what dating is. You date a few people. But it's so weird because in movies and like logic, you don't think that's how it should be. It's like a monogamous thing. Like, let's go on a date at a coffee shop at 2 p.m. here. And then from there on, we're going to keep going on dates until we're married. That's not really how it is sometimes for some people. It's
I guess.
We were at the same place and then we kept going out and then I paid for her stuff and now she lives with me. That's crazy, bro.
I guess, but
Can dating be friendly? The origins of dating, maybe not the origins, but like modern dating can be friendly.
I don't get what you mean.
No label, you can date multiple people without having to be committed to anything.
Well,
Or
yeah, but even then, like, well, I guess. I feel like even in that situation,
you
unless
gotta
you tell
have
the
the what
person,
are
like,
we
how are
talking?
you not, like if you were dating somebody and then they told you all of a sudden, yeah, I'm dating three other people, or like you found out, they never told you,
Mm-hmm.
but you found out they were dating three other people, but you thought it was serious, wouldn't you kind of be like, well, why don't you just Like, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
Like, even if it is like, I don't want to date just you, I want to date multiple people, at least say that.
Yeah, and
Like, I
some people
don't get
don't. I
that.
think you're right, but I think
That's
some people
weird.
don't think that. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm dating."
Why?
And it's like, "Why are you dating other people when we're dating?" It's like, "Well, that's what dating is. You see other people." And that's a legit, like, people say that. We don't say that, but people do.
I wouldn't have a problem if you just told me
Now that I'm
that,
thinking
though,
about it,
off the
you were
bat.
probably dating somebody. And because you didn't have the "what are we" talk, they got away with dating.
Well, that's rude.
That's so crazy. And maybe
Because
we
here's
just
what it is.
this is the naiveness of it all. Maybe we're just dumb and we don't know how boys work.
I'm not dumb. You're not dumb. You know who's dumb? We both know who's dumb.
I'll tell you, let me get my book out.
No, but okay.
Yep. I believe it.
That's not fair. Here's why it's not fair.
Whose
It's because
responsibility is it to bring it up? I keep interrupting you. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's fine. I had another scenario where I liked a person and we were in a situation where somebody was taking pictures of us and they were like, but we were like close friends. And they were like, okay, like, I'm not going to assume your relationship. So, like, because they were going to give us like poses to do or whatever.
Where is this?
At Disneyland.
Okay.
So it's like one of the photo people or whatever. They're taking pictures of us.
Put Tinkerbell in your hand.
But, well, kind of. But they're like, oh, I don't want to assume like what your relationship is. So, like, what is your relationship? Because they were going to give us like poses. And that person just looked at me.
That's a.
And I said, because what else am I supposed to say in that moment? Like, well, I kind of like you.
I think in that moment you say you're friends.
I did. I was
because
like, oh, we're just friends.
Yeah, you haven't had that private "what are we" talk yet. You're not going to
exactly.
Like, this is my husband.
Right,
right now.
But like, then I got my heart broken.
Guess it wasn't the happiest place on earth.
It really wasn't. But I guess I don't know. I don't know
They
whose
looked at
responsibility
you.
it is.
That's kind of hot.
Who looked at me? Oh, the person.
Yeah, that's hot.
To be like.
That's a kind of fun question.
Yeah, but then.
Could have said anything.
But then.
My grandma.
Right. What if I was like. Right. Like, what if I was like, oh, this is my little brother.
So funny. That'd be.
Imagine.
That's probably how you get a relationship. Huh? You gotta be funny like that, girl.
I am funny.
You are funny. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. But I don't know. Whose responsibility is it? I feel like apparently it's always mine. And then when I do say something, I'm like, so I like you, or like, what are we? They're like, you're gross. I hate you. And I don't like you.
It's fucked up.
And then I'm like, great.
Yeah, I think the cliche is usually the girl brings up to the man, like, what are we? But for like same-sex couples, I don't know what that talk is like. I don't think there is a person with the responsibility to say it's who's ever ready to take the relationship to the next level and has the guts to bring it up and like, I like you so much, I'm ready to take the next step, brings it up. And then, the stereotype of women usually wanted to commit quicker than the male. That happens.
I have a good question for you that I just thought of.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you had no time for my question. I was like, that's a little rude.
No, say it. Divorce.
What do you think of when, like, a guy or whoever, when you tell somebody, like, oh, I kind of like you, and then they're just like, I just, like, don't want to ruin our friendship.
I've never done that. I did
What do
it
you mean?
once. I did it once in elementary school. He told me I was fat. I was done. I've never done it
Dude,
since.
you never told anybody you liked them?
Mm-mm. No, they usually come to me.
Okay.
I'm just so chicken. I will never be the first one. Because if I
Really?
can't, I don't want to get rejected.
Unless I've moved away, I've told every single person I've liked that I've liked them.
I
Or they
can't.
figure it out. Or somebody else tells them.
I applaud you because I can't, like, I physically, I couldn't. I could not. I would die.
I stopped doing it and then people said, well, I can still tell. I'm like, okay, well, shove it up your butt. Because I stopped doing it because I was tired of getting rejected.
So you say, so I like you. What do you say?
Well,
I don't even know what to say. Like, you got me stressed out.
I know. I'm like, you don't have to tell anyone you like them right now.
I don't have anyone I want to tell I
It
like.
depends who they are.
Because I will never tell it. Yeah, it depends who they are. Not really. I would just wouldn't. Because if I like them, they like me. Like, I'm prepared. And I'm like, you better tell me. I'll hint I'll hint that I will say that I like them back, but I will never be like, I like you. First. I'll never say it first. You know?
I've never had somebody tell me they like me.
I'll be like, oh yeah, you're so handsome.
First. Actually, once. But like I had liked that person for a long time. And they told me like, yeah, like I like you. And I was like, oh my God, I like you too. But I don't know what I say.
It's never happened to me. I've never been friends with someone for a long time and then have us confess a like for each other.
We weren't friends for that long.
But still, even just for like a week, I never been friends with someone like that.
No, it was like months. It's probably like a semester.
Because even if someone does hit me up, it's an automatic like, hey, like you're cute. Like I know that they like me. There's no questions right off the bat. But then
I guess I also don't have experience with that.
I've
Here's what I think.
Like them.
People should just say what they feel and mean what they say, but also at the same time. Well,
I'm too wishy-washy. I'll like someone for a week and then I'll be like, I like the guy who works at the vinyl store.
Well, okay. That's not the
I love him.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you continuously hang out with this person for a long time and you like them and they seem to like you, like I just have too many personal experiences of that. And I hate that. And I'm like, why don't you just
I feel like that makes you a stronger person.
Why don't you just not treat me nicely? Not don't be mean to me, but like don't treat me extra special.
Yeah.
Just treat me like a pal,
that means
and then I won't think
it's special. I don't get treated special. I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't put myself in situations.
But it's not fair that it's not. I mean, life's not fair, but it's not healthy for me to be treated like that and feel like that and feel special when they obviously, or not even obviously, but when it's brought up, they say they don't feel the same way because it's not. That's like you're using me because you know I will. Because if you're going to treat me extra special, then I'm going to treat you extra special.
Using you in an emotional way. Because, I mean, if they're paying for everything and they take...
They're freaking emotional fluffers, man. They treat me like we're in a relationship because they don't... Yes. Because they don't want to actually say they're in a relationship, but they get all the benefits, emotional benefits, and even sometimes physical benefits, I guess. But then they can go get their like physical benefits from whoever they want. But then I'm the one left in the dust because
emotional booty call. That's so crazy. That's rare. I feel like that's rare.
To be an emotional booty call?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like the story of my memoirs.
That's crazy,
the
though.
The title of my memoirs.
I feel like that's certified bad bitch. Do you know how many
that has happened to me every single year of college? every single year, sometimes twice in the same year.
You get a cute guy who gets to ride around with you and pay for all your stuff and be nice to you. Honey, I'd literally cut my toes off. Not really, I don't care. I like to be alone. And the guys who do ride in my car
with me... You wouldn't, because then if you liked them, but then they didn't, like, feel... They told you they didn't feel the same way, then it's like...
That's weird.
Well, that's weird, and it's like, okay, you spend every day with me, and you talk to me all the time, and you pay for literally everything we do.
To me, until you...
But I'm not special enough for you to say that I'm your girlfriend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hurtful.
Yeah, because you're in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time you have the what are we right off the bat. Say, you're not paying. Like, he has the check, the card out, whatever he's going to pay. Are you doing this to be nice or are we dating? That's bold.
I don't know if I could do that.
And then that's how you get him. This is my boyfriend. His name's... whatever.
I think relationships like this are so complicated. But they don't have to be. People just make them complicated.
I feel like we like to talk about them, but I truly, deeply do not want a relationship. Oh my God. The place I work for, it's co-owned by a married couple.
Mm-hmm.
Do
they hate each other?
No. They are so in love. Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
I hate that.
Like, disgustingly in love with each other, and the cutest couple, and they're a powerhouse, and they have a business together. Huh?
Send me a picture.
I will send you videos. Like, they're so cute. And they're actors. Like, they cast themselves in roles where they get to, like, love each other. And it's, like, a genuine relationship. And they have children. And the guy has a British accent.
Love that.
I want to marry a guy with a British accent. Australian accent, personally.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'm too young. I'm too wishy-washy with my crushes to where I'm not ready to commit. Girl.
I think I could if it was the right person, but I'm also at the same time, I'm like, that's a lot of work.
And I would have no time for someone telling me I can't be friends with somebody who's a guy or a girl.
Right.
So it's like, you really upset about something? Because I can be a free spirit at times. And if you're going to judge me because I'm friends with people and you have a certain feeling about how I would act and you can't trust me, no, ma'am.
That's what it comes down to. Trust.
What do you think about friendships with people? What about being friends with your ex? Can't do it. We'll never do it. Unless we have children.
I don't know.
We would have to date for a really long time. I couldn't. I'm not. I don't want to be. But I feel like because we kind of went off on the wrong foot. If it was on the right.
It would depend who they are.
Yeah.
Because I think, too, some people just fall out of love and it's like, it's not really like, you cheated on me or like, you're ugly or whatever. It's just like, I'm just not feeling this anymore. So after that, like if you still liked their company but just didn't want to be around them all the time, I don't know. I guess maybe then I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I saw a tweet that was like, if you're still friends with your ex, that's a flex. I was like, why? Huh?
Because it shows you can be like amicable,
cordial, mature.
I guess. But also, like, you don't have to be friends with everybody.
For real. Whatever. I'm getting a bit tired. Late night pajama. Yeah. Friend talk.
Pajama talk, yeah. It's a little late for us.
Yes.
I'm on the East Coast.
I wish.
I know.
Pacific Coast time.
Well, comment below if you think men and women can be friends without there being any
drama.
Yeah.
Rumors.
Confusion.
Yes. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. This podcast has really fueled our boredom COVID nights and days. If you have anything you want us to continue talking about, comment down below or DM us. Everything is anonymous. Stay tuned for our next episode. That will be ghosting and what that entails. And yeah, we're gonna try to keep the episodes kind of short because we're kind of repeating some things.
Yeah,
And I feel
this part 2 is a little long.
part 2 is a little longsies, and we go on
But
more about like
we got some good tangents in there.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Subscribe our YouTube channel. The link is in our bio.
And we are on Podbean. We're on Apple Music now. Or Apple Podcasts, right?
Yeah,
iTunes.
we are.
I posted
We
that
only
on my
have
story.
episode 2 up there right now.
Work.
We have to get a couple more. But hopefully by the time this one airs, we'll have
Definitely. Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening to Girl Witch. Thank you for listening. Girl, what you think? Energy, synergy. Thank you for listening to Girl, What You Think. We are Angela, and we are your 2 favorite girls. We're gonna start brainstorming some more topics. We love you so much. And
peace out, everyone.
Be kind to yourself.